I like to do and what I was shown to do by this woman. Is that offensive? I don't want to be really mean and be like this one, you know what I mean? This person, but each to their own, I guess. So it's like she said every 4 hours. So 12 at midnight till 4 a.m., 4 a.m. till 8 a.m., 8 a.m. till 12 p.m. midday, 12 p.m. till 4 p.m., 4 p.m. till 8 p.m., 8 p.m. till midnight. And what you're doing there is you're cutting it up. You're segmenting your ad schedule. So now you've got segments, I think of 6 or 8, I forget, and you can have more data to work with. You've got more data to analyze. You might see that between the hours of, say, 8 a.m. and 12 p.m. midday on a Monday morning, you're getting a lot of clicks. You're spending a lot of the advertising budget, but you're just not seeing any conversions. So what you can do on manual bidding, and this is really only for manual bidding, is you can pull back, you can scale back and say, okay, I'm going to add a negative bid adjustment here of, minus 10%, minus 20%, 25%, whatever you want it to be. And again, this has to go back to the point of you've got 3 months or 6 months worth of conversion data, engagement data, and you can review this. And you say, well, 8 a.m. till 12 p.m., all the budget is being spent, nothing in return. Let's pull back, let's reserve that budget and add a negative bid adjustment. But then on the flip side, you might actually see that, say, between the hours of 8 p.m. and 12 a.m. in the morning on a Friday, you're getting a lot of sales coming in, you're getting a lot of leads coming in, and whatever it could be. So you want to allocate more budget towards that specific segment, Fridays, 8 p.m. till 12 a.m. So you want to add a plus, a positive, an increased bid adjustment of 10% or 20% or whatever you want to do, and push more budget towards that specific segment, because historically, it's converting really well. You're spending some of the budget, but you're getting a lot of conversion. So we just want to scale things up. So that's something that I always really like to do. I think it just gives you more data to work with, to analyze. And if you're still watching and listening to this part, give it a try and thank me later, especially if you're using manual bidding. It works really well.
Yeah, thanks for that, Ryan. And just one more follow-up question. When would you use secondary bid adjustment over switching it, or graduating, as I call it, that campaign ad group to an automated bid strategy?
So you're saying, at what point would I decide, okay, I've had enough of secondary level bidding? Or are you saying, should I do secondary level bidding or move to an automated bidding strategy?
Yeah, so would you rather a manual I'm talking about just manual. Would you rather go through making sure you can maximize whatever has been converting in the past through secondary bid adjustments first, or just saying, okay, I have enough conversion value and volume, enough time in the account, enough spend, I'm just going for TCPA or TROAS or whatever it may be, automated bid strategy?
That's a good question. I've never actually thought of it that way. It's always been a bit of a byproduct of just my normal routine lead checks and optimizations. I'm talking about secondary level bidding adjustments. Like, every 3 or 6 months I'll go in, usually every 3 months I'll go in and do a mini audit, and I'll look at all the search terms. I'll look at all the keywords over the last 3 months. And then that's when I really start to look at locations, devices, ad schedule. I don't really do much with audiences. I was going to say this, and I left it out, but I'll say it now that we kind of naturally stumble upon it. I don't really do much with audiences. I like to observe audiences to keep an eye on them, because seasonality plays a huge impact, and people change as well. So that's why I don't really like to add anything with audience segments, any bidding adjustments or things like that. I'll just leave it as it is. For example, 2, 3 years ago, I really enjoyed Formula One. So if you had a Formula One store where you were selling all the merchandise or whatever it might have been, I might have been interested, but I'm not so much into Formula One anymore. So I've changed. But if you've got that as a bidding adjustment, then you've got to realize that people come and go and things like that. And obviously seasonality plays a part. If you've got engaged shoppers, or I think it's like luxury shoppers, I think it is on Google Ads, you might get a lot more Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Christmas. But then actually, where we are now in summer, it might die down. But if you've got a plus 25% bid adjustment on that, it's very risky in my opinion. So I don't really like to do anything with audiences. But coming back to it, I do it as normally as part of my optimization kind of routine. Just, okay, where I've been wasting money, where can I save money, where can I cut any trim any of the fat type of mentality, and do that. So I know it's not really a question of, okay, am I ready to, throw the towel in and switch over to automated bidding? It's more of, I'll do all these things anyway. And then once we start having those conversions come in, because we're feeding accurate conversion volume back to Google on a consistent basis, that's when I'll usually switch over to automated bidding because it takes the pressure off a little bit. It's kind of like, I've shown you what conversions look like for us.
Yeah.
I've shown you them in abundance. Yeah. Like consistently over the last 3 months, I've given you 30 conversions or more per month. So I might as well make use of target ROAS. I might as well make use of target CPA or something like that because now you know what a conversion looks like for me. Go off and find more for me.